Nyadum, me hoye.
Yadi ami ase.
Me hoye pa.
Enkwai.
Me hoye. Ah. Baby a Champions League ne drew no. Rich. I think say this season story na Champions League no no. A mere perfect story. Didn't you make us say? Ebani saying that you drew the semi-finals of the Champions League. Not you drew semi-finals, you know. 4 teams na yenya or semi-finals, you know. Emu 2 aje Champions League ni bida. Emu 2 NG bida. Na Champions League, you know. E decide say, mema emu 2 na aje bi no. Abwa yi omumu ba kwaba. Na mama omu nji bida no. So mutu na bo no muso yi ba kwaba, so that by the time you kodru Munich no uchu mutan we will have one team win Champions League ni bida and one team win Champions League ni bida. That is interesting to me. That is so interesting to me, especially when analysis I hear about venue na yebebo Champions League final no. Obia ka say sa venue we was the history of making Obia on the Champions League ni bida a first time winner. Now Rich, if that is the narrative, nanko for this story ni dia, Rich, it means say between Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain, Sebaku etimi yi ni yonko a per submit no any mysterious analysis na ye no, that person is going to win the Champions League. Ntimi Mikel Arteta se mi wura me dressing room a asema me ka che Arsenal fans no say masa okwa abonti a enkomo obi adi ni say eye Munich na ekwa kobo final no si eduru hobi emu a, especially after losing one final no, Munich be boyen ama yaje first Champions League and Luis Enrique must say same. It's Rich 2 legs na ye ba be bono, especially from this side. Rich, it is everything to the teams, you know. Everything team waje bibi akebia aka 1 trophy in Europe. And to win it, you must give yourself the opportunity to at least be in the final. And we've said, sir, if you go to Champions League final for the first time, you will taste defeat. But if you get the experience of tasting defeat and you are able to make it again, you are likely to taste glory. These 2 teams are the story. Paris Saint-Germain Kobo final, Bayern Sheno. Arsenal Kobo final, Barcelona Sheno. They've tasted their defeat, and it is very likely, say, if they make it again to the final, they will win. Rich, it doesn't get better than this. It doesn't. Now, before we read game, you know, and no make a say, Team Barca, I was on the verge of making some history via ABC football muda. Rich, and now 4 p.m. The Youth League Champions League next year, so no. Barcelona share transfers for 4-1. Now the Kumiko say, Rich, you book game no on neon. But because transfer almost story to the final, no na aye fairy tale. Obi I expect you no more you ain't no. And now neon park na ebobo was no Rich. About 95% of supporters on MPM were the Turkish. Now every Barcelona bomb na be kebi Rich. No mu hum krano, amu whistle omo. Now Rich, these guys are super talented. Super talented. They didn't care about the crowd. They were passing, dribbling. It's as if they empty stadium. Now, Rich, say Barcelona. Say the team be one iconic jersey number no. Yeah, the number 10. And to see the number 10 jersey in Accra, then it means we see some lights in Accra. Rich Obeje say this Barca under 19 team, coached by Belletti, yeah, number 10 jersey, Rich, as a black guy, Ibrahim Diarra. I was amazed me when I was, hey, wow, that is serious. From Spanish and Barcelona to give number 10 jersey to a black person. I was curious. Rich Enra, Ibrahim shared 2 goals. He scored the first goal. This is the first goal. Just look at it. She had 2 goals, 1 assist. Or she go away and check. And no more markers so they goals in the can count. These are the 2 goals now. Look at the way he scored goals. Until O'Shea goes to me, so okay. I understand why in the midst of whites, he did number 10 jersey. Ebesha Brantiano, Kwanka scored the 2nd goal of the game. And this was the goal, no. And Abamo Eddie Ebika home. Yapon game, no. Now Barcelona. This is the assist from Ibrahim Diarra and Americano. Look at the striker and the way our share goes. And see, and Barcelona celebrated the youth team league, as champions. And see, they back. And when you say under 19 team we reach, imagine trouble. Imagine the under 19 league was Spain. Imagine the under 19 Copa del Rey. And imagine the under 19 UEFA Champions League. So trouble for Belletti and Nemrantiano.
What a year for Barcelona.
And easy, Rich.
Is a woman who's almost between the
Champions League final? Yes. Almost like Bibiano or met me aje trouble and a member to ebit me aje. But let's come back to the main menu. Rich. You see? Say, idea a football mu home advantage. Rich, say Juma. Then today is one of the biggest day in Arsenal history. Because it means say Omubetimi qualify about the final. This is their home game in the semi-finals. So much money, they should do it today. And Arsenal, I released this video. I say, I bet me join you on Facebook and you can join. And the caption to the video ni say, "Omo ankasa person omo chomo history ene." Rich, if you look at the sound anywhere sa edit video na chia, omo transcribe na. What they are saying is say, Oma yelen kakran no mudi abeduru ha. Oma kitafo adwomu di se ometimi aye. Na ene omuji se omu no kitafo ni na kabo mu. There is only one message. They can beat Paris Saint-Germain. Or the Emirates. And that is the mission. And then enumere in a very, very nice video for team my friend Arsenal. This is a great, also much to say is a great opportunity. Make it happen. Rich. And ye do market. But me assure say, as far as convinced they will be able to do it, Rich. Paris Saint-Germain team or Mobile Emirates, Rich, they left Dembele in France. Sad time, simply because Luis Enrique and Abrante and Kontoka. And it was a disunited Paris Saint-Germain. It was a chaotic Paris Saint-Germain. And a Paris Saint-Germain team that had issues. Rich, today, Paris Saint-Germain is different. The team has really transformed. And so the transformation of the team na femuna. I don't know how many almost job where they say, look, much say that but na them. And then pray there. You fire to my pefra, and we are coming after you. You buy a bomb of you no matter chiam. We will give you a game our Emirates. And look, say na fifi kan. Rich, I think say be positive be a comma Paris Saint-Germain. Unima de cro. Omo e call you omo team na omo e boabo omo ho akọ England no. Rich, it will not be new to the Paris Saint-Germain players this season. Because se watch omo journey na. They've come to Emirates. Omo ko Anfield. Omo ko the Villa Park. So they've traveled to England this season. And 2 out of 3, Rich, they were able to succeed. Even though they lost the game to Villa. But what they needed that night was qualification. And they had it. They came to beat the best team in England, in Liverpool, through penalties. And the Omaba England home yensa, Aslan la saw omo tiasie. That was the old them. Omo form to my prefer. Omasa by England hot twice. And they've been very, very successful with the entire Omo Eba England ho. Rich. But before Yebebo Heseden the French communications, Ejitum say there's one big problem. Rich. L'Equipe say semi-finals no. Me translate French now. Also on the question mark aba. Or say senka semi-finals na ye boy no. Senka a set pieces ne enkwa na ye dey game na. They believe Arsenal and come qualifying put that. Simply because when you read the article now, omode flower ya to na. Rich almost say adia ye Arsenal strength pa no. And also na ye Paris Saint-Germain weakness pa. They can't simply defend against set pieces. And I understand them. Rich, look at the heights of Paris Saint-Germain players. Hakimi wa, Mendes wa, even Marquinhos na, Obama.
On the average.
Yes, Obama. Sa as a on oye player kakas area situation oye adie no. On ko wa. Pacho ho popo. Look at the size of Vitinha. Look at the size of João Neves. Even Fabian Ruiz or one Rich on Rebo. Oh yes, I me wabat me so me who for ni bi. Why be Dembele on me green head the ball now. And you look at the size of Paris Saint-Germain players no. Na asna asa you almost set pieces no adwuma. Rich French for the yam shi almost say game we are eba bebo you know. The only time our ensu no beku jam is when there are free kicks and corner kicks are Arsenal. Everything about direct into Omupo no. They are telling their same Omankasa story on this one. Now, Rich, let's get to the tactical board. Na yamfa analysis no NC. Say Usha from L'Equipe. Let's start from Paris Saint-Germain phone and put it on the tactical board. So according to L'Equipe, Paris Saint-Germain will be going 4-3-3. Inti Donnarumma, Hakimi, Mendes, Pacho, Marquinhos, João Neves, Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, then Enimo 3. Leading the lines Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and at the same duo, and so Elho. Inti very, very simple. 4-3-3. Now Arsenal and so is playing in a 4-3-3 in a way. But Rich, minim say what pay particular attention to the way L'Equipe associate Arsenal 4-3-3 now. They are saying say in the absence of Thomas Partey no, they don't see Mikel Merino coming straight into the Partey role, but rather Declan Rice Wabu 6 leader. And they are suspecting say Arsenal will play Declan Rice as a number 6 to 9. Baby as in the Partey role. Say they be a Mikel Merino because Mikel Merino or your number 8 or your number 6. Obebo number 6. Na Odegaard about 10. So we put it Arsenal that. THH then it means Raya, Timber, Louis Kelly, Kiwo, Saliba, number 6, Declan Rice, Then number 8, Moreno, with Martin Odegaard as number 10. Then Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Trossard. Now, Rich, these are the permutations. First one. We are talking about 2 teams. Rich, on attack is on flank transitions. Say only Arsenal Bobo now it is when they quickly get to Bukayo Saka and Martinelli in these areas. Say only Paris Saint-Germain on it is when they get to Kvaratskhelia and Desire Doué in these areas. Now, Rich, so 2 teams recognize almost strength in open play. No? They also recognize weakness. And they say 2 teams almost 2 and 3. No? Rich, because of the philosophy of coaches, no, they move. And the only Arsenal and mother, I say, Timber and Louis Kelly and see they will go. Only Paris Saint-Germain and border. Now on can say Hakimi and Mendes Ebegina, they will go. Into Rich and you may one of the 2 teams. And I going to say he will risk more and Obetinya recover in getting the balance. Say Onibona very, very key. In the Saudi Hakimi any Mendes Namo come anymore. You should be aware. More corner more bamuno. Say no Betinya no very, very important. Say Oye Timber. Now Louis Kelly Namo more kwa. You should be aware. More co any more recover no. Say no Betinya no very, very important. 2 teams in now Saudi no. Number 2, Rich. Look. Trossard elbow force 9. Samson Dembele is over force 9. And the 2 teams they don't have a conventional center half. And yet Ishak ne Halana 7 years. We are talking about Nkofo Omubo a role that Omu said that you used to that role and you conventional role no. But Rich, Mibusa in today's football, say Trossard na Dembele in our bench. Now, yes, you are playing a sensitive game. Say, choose one of them as a striker. Ujini say, Obetinya change game now. Which of the number 9s will you play?
Dembele, of course.
You will play Dembele because, Rich, he offers you threats.
Obechon.
Like Bonnie Cannon, Pena, or yes, show.
Trossard, they are not the Christy chance in a mommy. I'm born into.
But you see, Adia when say Dembele is known. So you can watch him, you can chase him because Rich Trossard said Diago Jota.
On a zooming.
On a game, but he's very intelligent within the movement. And Rich are a silent killer. And to Adam for Pacho and the Marquinhos, they shouldn't underrate Trossard at all. The melody Ojibo on the piano, Obia Sauti Akunyam Kwana Osha, you may sit on your edge because or you're too unpredictable or the boss shot or the chain and or the pass and or the Kremrika. He can do BBAB. But Rich, I think he said with Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and Desire Doué, Paris Saint-Germain anyone will pace kakra. Actually Arsenal for anymore. Rich, you know. And that is where my prediction is. 2 teams in about expansive football. 2 teams in our lateral defenders they move. 2 teams in our force number 9s. But Rich, in the engine room of the game, there's a big problem for Arsenal. Thomas Partey's absence. Look, and yes, I'm Ghana and in America. And I have watched Mofono disrespecting Partey's impact on Arsenal. But Rich, if you are honest, say Partey or Arsenal team anymore, The Arsenal team looks solid. So Partey ni mu a, no matter the player never be so na Rich. Arsenal midfield ni shaky. Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, João Neves. Rich, ye do mu wadan see ofia say, sir, 3 midfielders now Paris Saint-Germain kuta no. They are one of the best. They can face any team competition. Rich, I think say FIFA Obama Arsenal double chance. I will give Paris Saint-Germain double chance because of the absence of Partey.
Okay. Now,
it's my prediction is say, Rich. Say Arsenal fan be say they will qualify from this tire. Then they will have to go and do it at Parc des Princes.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
At Parc des Princes, they will have Thomas Partey with them. There they can go and play. Send you Arsenal pa. But without him, Arsenal will be limited. Kakra. Until I will go double chance Paris Saint-Germain and the game over 1.5
okay.
As enumerate my prediction. Until we will come and do the post-match analysis and Rich. We will watch a very, very good game.
Sure, and you may be sure
you will watch a very, 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 very good game.
Yeah, the line commentary, so Baba, and you may be sure the line commentary.
Yeah, two teams are omo free. Now omo air try say ombe open omo self up. And yeah, easy game. It could go either way. But my prediction is that I tip team your friend Paris Saint-Germain say without Partey me who Arsenal ye. Rich 2 betway codes. Na yemra na yemedi. You may think on a Mitchell. Okay. Is it okay? 1 C4 7 8 5 8 0 1 C4 7 8 5 8 0 and at 1 C4 7 9 9 D2 1 C4 7 9 9 D2 1 C4 7 8 5 8-0 2 betway kusa ubetimi etwa na ode asho hafa ene as Arsenal against Paris Saint-Germain
11:36